Lately, I've been reading these interviews with some person that I met in prison. He was telling me some information on how the main bosses of these cartels would eat human flesh, bro. And they would drink this, they would drink their blood in it. But it all has to do with that, bro. It all has to do with that, what type of entities that want us to stray away, you know? Yeah, even my neighbor, bro, the other day, it was like 2 in the morning. We were watching a Muslim video, and like I had that like that feeling of that there was something around that was not any good nature, because even the dog outside was like crying to try to let him in, when normally they don't shut up, you know, they're always barking and they're always making noise, but this time they were scared of how things were going outside. So I let him in, and then the next day I contact my neighbor and I ask him like, hey, did you hear these strange sounds yesterday? And he was like, bro, you're not gonna believe me, but like around 2, 3, he's like, I woke up, and I woke up in that state where it's like, you know how you wake up in that state where you can't move.
Sleep
But
paralysis.
he swear, bro, he saw someone on top of the house, like calling, like doing something, some weird stuff, but on top of our house, because he lives right next to me. Um, but he has been telling me about that as well, and like I've noticed it. Like I don't know why, but here in Mexico, it's this like really strong vibes of that type of those type of entities.
What else have you seen the cartel do aside from like the eating the whatever you said that you witnessed? What are some like other crazy things you've seen?
It all has to do with these type of rituals, these sacrifices, these eating of flesh and blood, bro. Before, like I would know that certain people did it, but then they have their own white magic and black magic. You know, there's something crazy that happened. So this person that took away these people before he ate them, because these people were enemies. They were gonna kill him, and he's like, "Well, if you give me this information, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna spare your life because it's Christmas." The guys give him the information. He's like, "Okay, you guys can go take a shower. Make sure you shave and drink some buzz." So they went. They took a shower. They even give him new clothes, and they put him into a state where they were drinking their alcohol, and they were calmed down. And this guy came, bam, 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 and they started eating the meat. They started preparing the meat. But it's crazy how there's some acts that they'll put the person in fear. You know, they'll let him let go of that what the fear causes in our body. You know, and that's how they would. It's crazy, bro. But these things are getting so exposed to us, and they're getting so put out there that even people are starting to think like, what's going on? You know, who is it that we're really who is it that we're really in war with? If it's in between us humans, or is it between another something else that is in there that is trying to make us go against each other, and that at the end of the day it's trying to control everything, bro, to put in their agenda, you know.
Wow.
But this, it's like the hardcore stuff is the same hardcore stuff like in the West, bro. There's nothing really different, because it's basically the same. Like there's these small cartel members that will supposedly make deals with the devil, or make deals with whatever they are involving themselves in. But at the end of the day, it's like they're just pawns in a bigger game, you
Mm.
know. The people that are on the top are the ones that we have to worry about, because those people are the ones that are committing all these acts, bro. They're they are the ones that see. They are the ones that we have been in war since the times of Salahuddin, bro. You know, you ask
Mm.
yourself, who are the Crusaders? Where did the What did the Crusaders become? You know, and you know that they were practicings of the occult. They practiced the occult, and that's how they have maintained power. And that's how all these great families and where we're living in, how these we need to start waking up and seeing this stuff, you know, and
Mm.
starting to understand that it's not a game. It's something real, and that they want to see your demise. That's at the end of the day. That's
So
that's great.
essentially, it's like the same. It's just normal type of magic, you know. Like Allah in the Quran in Surah Al-Baqarah writes about how the angels Harut and Marut, they basically revealed magic so that we could differentiate between what is magic and what is not. But the people that use magic, they have no share in the hereafter. We know that. But
Yeah.
essentially, what you're doing is you're basically making an offering to these jinn to do favors for you. So just like in the West, you're saying the cartel do the same type of stuff. They basically use these entities to do favors for them. But what type of favors do they get them to do?
Well, the favors that they get is the control and the power. You know, the money, the power that they have. The strange part is that I heard this. Someone told me about this, right? That one day when they were at one of these high ranking meetings where they had to do these type of things, that he saw how one of these people they transformed into something like a lizard type of person, you know. And I was like, when I heard him say like a lizard type of person, I was like, yo, you okay? You're not high? He's like, nah, man. I think I swear I saw his face like mutate, and they started eating this stuff, you know. And it's like they're working because the way that he explained to me the ritual was is basically how the Satanists in these Satan these high occult Satanists, that how they do their rituals, bro. And every single um every single thing that that has to do with their occult things, it's what's given to them. And we know what they have right now, you know. We know what these rich families and these people that have that accepted the magic, the what
Mm,
they have, you know. They have the control of this dunya, you know. They have the
that's it.
control of this dunya, they have the control of what we see, what we eat. But that's why we have to wake up, and we have to start thinking of who is it that we're going to stand with. Are we going to stand with the people that are our people, or are we going to stand for the values that they represent? Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying that every person that's from these nations or from these places are evil. They're not, because we were born into this system. You know, we were born into this society, but we have the ability, we have the knowledge that Allah has blessed us with to actually wake up into difference between the truth and what's fake, bro. You know, at the end, we know that something that we might feel comfortable with is gonna be. We might feel that it's good for us, but it's bad. You know, we need to wake up and we need to recognize what is it that is beneficial for us, and what is it that's gonna be taking us to that path that we don't want to end up. You know,
Mm,
with the whole bunch, we want to be of the few that take that risk and that have to sacrifice whatever we have to sacrifice in this dunya, because I'm pretty sure that whatever is here and whatever we can obtain here, it's not gonna be better than what the Akhirah has to offer, you know.
I mean, bro,
Because
I was watching this lecture by Sheikh Mohammed Tim Humble, who talks a lot about magic, and he's from the UK. And what he was saying in one of these lectures that I watched a long time ago, he was saying that magic is essentially a universal language, bro. So
it is,
the way that the magic in the East, magic in the West, magic that they do in Africa, magic that they do in Mexico with the saints and everything, it's the same type of magic, bro. They all use the
it
same type of
is.
numbers and the same types of spells. There's no difference, bro. And people think it's like magic here is different than magic there.
It's the same, bro. And at the end of the day, it's good versus evil. So we have to decide where we're gonna stand, you know. And it's crazy, my brother. But may Allah protect us all and keep
I
us
mean,
safe. But we do have to recognize what's going on. And we got to start, like you said, making our moves, because I wouldn't like to see, you know, my family in hardship, but they're so used to being in that lifestyle, and they're so used to comfort that they're not gonna let it go. You know,
mm,
the people that are they're basically gonna say no. I just can't. I can't live without being in in this particular place or having these particular commodities. Like it's like they asked me, "Do you feel Mexican?" I don't feel Mexican anymore. You know.